If you have an anxious attachment style, this is the biggest mistake that you're making when it comes to dating. I want you to imagine that you're back in high school. Would you change things about yourself or do things that made you uncomfortable for the sake of fitting in or feeling accepted? When someone has an anxious attachment style, they tend to approach romantic relationships in a similar manner. They'll meet a potential partner and they'll say, wow, this person is so attractive. They're so cool and interesting. How lucky am I that they're even talking to me? They'll build an attachment to this person and feel deeply invested almost instantly. Now here is when things get dicey. You'll start having conversations about values, beliefs, and needs. They'll say, I'm friends with all my exes. Now that's a problem for you, but you'll ignore it. They'll say, I'm not sure if I want something serious right now. Even though you're ready and you want a long-term relationship, you'll ignore this. They'll say, it took me a year to say I love you in my last relationship. I enjoy my space so much that I can't imagine living with someone else. They'll even say, I don't believe in the institution of marriage. Those aren't your beliefs, but you'll ignore that too. You'll start to see how this person behaves when it comes to conflict and communication. They shut down during disagreements and they never validate your feelings. They struggle to integrate you into their life in a meaningful way. They constantly show you that they want to enjoy the benefits of being in a relationship with you, but have no desire to do their half of the work. They make it very clear that they don't want to be responsible for another human being. These things are making you so uncomfortable and so unhappy, and still you ignore it. Why? Because an anxiously attached person will change themselves and do things that make them uncomfortable for the sake of feeling accepted. Another belief is that if you take on this person as a project and you're able to change or fix them, that would say something about your value. It's this idea that if you tame that wild horse, that would mean that you're special, unique, and worthwhile. Because all those people who came before you weren't able to do it. Stop doing this. In any relationship, the point isn't to win over someone's love and acceptance. The point is to sit at a table where you can be yourself. No, you are certainly not perfect, but you are enough. Go where you're celebrated, and always remember, every relationship needs to be mutually earned. If you struggle with anxious attachment, I'm a huge advocate for therapy. And if you don't have the means or access to healthcare, there are plenty of books written by PhDs and licensed therapists on this subject. And if you ever want to vent to a friend about your situation, I do these really laid-back one-on-one sessions where you're able to speak freely without judgment and, of course, get some feedback in return.